Okay, both of these are right now on battery power. They should be, actually this one's not fully charged, this one should be. I want to see which one boots up faster. All right, it looks like the Garmin is ready to go. Let's actually get in practice mode. All right, it looks like we are ready to hit on the Garmin already. Foresight's not quite there yet, or Bushnell Launch Pro, whatever one you want to call it, but I actually have the Bushnell Launch Pro, but it is also basically a GC3. All right, they are both ready to go. I can hit some balls now. All right. Based on some reviews I've seen in the past, this probably is not going to work, but I'm going to try hitting balls with my Garmin and my Bushnell Launch Pro, both active at the same time. I'll have the Launch Pro on the screen here. The Bushnell, I'll have to kind of just tell you what it has. I don't have another camera set up to really tell you, but first I'm going to align the Bushnell Launch Pro. Okay, so that's lined up, but because I want the Garmin to have the exact same line, let me go ahead and do that one now. And for the Garmin, you just need 2 golf balls. I'm not quite sure why, but the Garmin is very finicky with its reading, its target alignment. It's kind of going, now it's solid. And this could definitely be because I have 2 things going right now, but let me go ahead and get out and see how it is. Okay, in this spot here, I have the ball is registering on both devices. I don't know if it's going to read based on other videos I've seen. Let me go ahead and set GS Pro up now on the screen. One thing that's interesting with both my Bushnell Launch Pro and the Garmin R50 right here is you can see the Bushnell Launch Pro keeps going from ready and not ready. So I guess probably the R50 is interfering with some way. The other thing I'm trying out here, because I'm guessing the Bushnell is not going to actually read anything, but I am going to see, will the Garmin work with my Foresight stickers, or do I need to use the big ones? Okay, first swing wasn't great. The Launch Pro did not detect it. The Garmin R50 did. It was not a good hit, so I'm going to do it again, but it did say it could not detect club metrics. So again, not capturing club metrics. Let me go ahead and put a Garmin sticker on my club and see if that makes a difference. I'm going to turn the Bushnell Launch Pro off right now because that's obviously not working. So the Garmin came with this packet here also, which the club stickers are in here. All right, so now I have the Garmin sticker on there, and here is a Foresight sticker for comparison. Let's try and get them both here. So you can see those white dots, those are pretty significant size difference there. Okay, so I also recently got this wireless HDMI adapter. It does have to be plugged in from the Garmin R50. My laptop would power the adapter enough, but the R50 does not, so I do have to have that plugged in if I want to use it. Kind of sucks, but maybe it's better than having a cord going all the way across my floor, so I don't know what I prefer there. But now let's go ahead. I have the R50 sticker on. Let me go ahead and hit some more on here. I do like right now there's nothing on the screen, but I think I would at least like to see my yardage. I can look down here and see that one carried 131.7, but let me go ahead and adjust that now. So what I can't figure out here is I can get it on my launch monitor, but I was hoping to have some metrics actually up on the screen here, but I can't seem to find a way to do that yet. Okay, I think I got it. I'm not sure how, but I have it back now. I have the data I want on the left. I have some data on the screen there. I also have an impact video, which to me was one thing I really wanted that the Bushnell Launch Pro did not have. It's very easy to figure out where to put your ball. That I like. I like the impact video, not quite sure how to read it yet. So I'll have to watch. There does seem to be a slight delay from seeing my ball, but I can't really watch the monitor. I was gonna say, let me watch the screen here to see if there is that delay or if it's from the wireless HDMI. One thing I can't really tell, I'm guessing it's a new video, but I don't really have clear indication of like, okay, this is the right, like the swing you just did. I mean, I can see the other data change, so it should be, but I don't know when it's changing. That one I really don't feel like it went that far left. Let me actually do some alignment again to make sure that I have this aligned correctly. All right, so I did just realign it. Let me see, because that one I don't feel like I pulled that far left. I don't think it's actually centered with where I'm hitting, so I do have to take that into account too. But let me go ahead and do a couple more here. I can agree with that one. What's really cool is I can see that I actually hit the ball before the mat, which is awesome. So far, I'd say the numbers seem pretty accurate. One thing I'm going to do a little later in this video is I'm going to use my Bushnell Launch Pro and see if that will work with the Garmin stickers. Definitely didn't hit that one as good, and it showed. Okay, so now I have my 8-iron using the Bushnell Launch Pro, and I have the Garmin sticker on. All I want to see is, does the Bushnell still read the club data with the Garmin sticker? It does. That's one thing I like about that, is because the last thing I want to do is switch stickers if I want to use a different device. because I just recently purchased my GS Pro subscription for my Bushnell Launch Pro, so I really don't want to be necessarily using the R50 for that yet. No, that one didn't read at all. Interesting, that club path that said was out to in. I don't know if it was or not. It may have been, but the carry seems pretty good. The ball speed seems pretty good for what I was getting with the R50. So even though I can feel I'm not hitting it quite right, one thing I really do like about the R50 is actually that impact camera. I know other devices have it. I think like the Unicore iMini and maybe the iMini Lite. That's one thing I can say I wish the Launch Pro had, because it would just help me see a little bit better where I'm making that contact with the ball. Another one I didn't read. That's 2 within the last, 5 shots? And what really sucks is it seems like it doesn't read when I hit it really well. I don't know if my mat's moving slightly that's causing it to not read, but that's what is really disappointing, because a lot of times when I feel like I hit the ball really well is when I don't get a read from the Bushnell. See, that one I didn't hit as well, and I got a perfect read. Another no read. So I don't even have the R50 on right now, so that shouldn't be an issue. Oh wait, it's just extremely delayed. Interesting. Just gonna keep waiting a little bit here. I did not read that one. Okay, so anyway, I did find out the Launch Pro will read club data with the Garmin stickers. So now I'm going to go play some Home Tee Hero. Okay, one thing that's very interesting to me right now is while I'm setting it up on the screen, it does not display on the external screen. It took me a little bit to figure it out, but once I load the course, it'll show on the projector. Okay, it looks like once I'm on the screen, I can't adjust my target alignment with the actual device. I'm playing the forward tees here because I really don't want to use my driver here. What I like about GS Pro is I can play the par 3 tees. I'm finding out I can hit my driver in my garage, but I'm still not fully comfortable with it, so I'm just going to play the forward tees here. All right, and I am doing ball only mode because I didn't want to change all my stickers yet. It looks like with the ball only mode, I do have quite a bit bigger of an area. Maybe about a foot front to back, and not quite that wide. So from the forward tees, this is still 282. I'm just gonna use my 5-iron here. Again, like I said, I don't want to use my driver and long irons in my garage yet. Looks like if I can pull off a draw where an aim should be fine. There's some bunkers on the right there I want to avoid. I did not avoid the bunkers. As you can see there, I have 109 away, 13 yards downhill, and also I'm going to lose 20% power. I'm gonna hit probably about my 100-yard shot. So it says my total distance there was 72.4. The one thing I don't know was that my distance with the penalty for being in the sand. I don't know. I'm guessing it was because normally, like I said, about 100 yards for me, and that only went 72. That close to being in the gimme zone. Oh, dang it. Not a great way to start. Okay, so graphically, it's nowhere close to GS Pro. But what I really liked about this and what appealed me to it is in about 3 weeks, I'm going to Texas to play this course. It's not available on GS Pro right now, and I respect all the course designers for what they do, but I don't want to pay, $700-800 or more to commission a course that I'm going to play in a couple weeks or that's not built yet. I have all the respect in the world for them for what they do, but with this I have pretty much any course I think I could want to play, and that's what really appealed me to it, and Home to Hero, and that is actually better graphically than the R10 version. 139, 11 yards uphill, or 11 feet uphill. I'm gonna grab my 9-iron, I think. And the other thing I like right now is I actually set this to be the course elevation, the course temperature, the course humidity, and even the course wind they have right now. That's really cool with me. Got a par, I'll take it. One thing I do remember about this hole, because I did play it once before, you don't want to go left here because there's a bunch of taller fescue type grass that doesn't appear to be here. Let's grab my pitching wedge here. I did not hit that one that well, but it turned out okay. Okay, so this hole's 99 yards, but it's also 13 feet uphill, so I'm gonna grab my gap wedge. All right, I'm in the rough. I'm gonna lose about 10% power. I also think I wanna aim a little left here, so I gotta do that on the screen. Not much left, but enough where hopefully if there is any roll, it'll roll towards the pin. Got a par, I'll take it. Par 5. This is a cool hole. The next hole with that water is another one that's really cool. You have to hit over the water. One thing I'm definitely not quite used to is with the Bushnell Launch Pro and GS Pro, there doesn't seem to be as much of a delay, so I'm not, like, it's more almost immediate. So this, I'm kind of, when I'm not seeing it right away, thinking it missed the shot. But so far this has not missed a shot, you know, knock on wood. But that's one thing I've liked about this so far. So you can't see it on the screen here, but right about where my target is, there is a bunker. I think I'm gonna put my target a little right so that bunker should be mostly out of play. It does bring the rough into play, but I'd rather deal with the rough more than the bunker. I could also take a different club and completely be short of the bunker, but there's no fun in that. Okay, so I'm 107, 2 feet downhill, losing 10% power. My 100-yard shot should be almost perfect here. That just seems so far off to me from what I'm used to. Not saying it's wrong, but it's just, I'm used to it going further than that. Maybe I'm not hitting it right, maybe I'm getting it higher in the air. I'm not really sure. Another par, happy with that. All right, so this is a cool hole. You have to drive over the water. Really, a draw would be perfect here. When I played this earlier this year, I did not have a draw in my game. Playing from the forward tees, it looks like I don't really need the draw as much. So let's see what we can do. Oh, that was bad. It turned out okay, but I was hoping for so much more than that. Another par. Again, not mad about that. All right, 99 yards. Now, this should be another good test to check my 54-degree wedge again. So one thing that I will say, like, the graphics aren't as good as GS Pro. They're not bad. They're definitely better than I expected. But at the end of the day, I'm hitting into a screen. Yes, it does look nice when it's beautiful and everything, but really I just want to play my shots to be realistic. The graphics are, I definitely like the better graphics, but I'm okay with this. So close in the hole. Another par. Again, I'm happy with that. So it does make it extremely easy for me to know where to put the ball. I can't remember if I said that or not already, but as I'm placing my ball on the screen, the diagram shows up that shows me kind of where to place the ball, which is really nice. And then there's a green light on the device that it's green when it's ready. So one thing I just changed, I was seeing a bunch of my data on there before. I decided I want to see the impact video, but let me add some data to the projector screen if I can. Okay, it looks like I can't change anything on there. I think it does give me the distance in the bottom left after I hit it. I was hoping I could put maybe another tile or two up there so I could get some metrics for myself to see. Now that is really cool to see, is I hit that one pretty well, but just looking at this video, I did actually still hit a little behind the ball. That is really cool to be able to see that. One thing that really has me wondering is, could I play this and just be done with GS Pro? I like GS Pro, I think it's great. Again, the graphics are better on GS Pro, but this is $10 a month or $100 a year, and there's over 40,000 courses available. GS Pro is great, but you have to pay the $250 a year, which is not the worst, but not the best. But then if you want some Patreon exclusive courses, you have to pay for that designer's Patreon, which let's just say are $10 a month. And I think there's 3 or 4 designers that I know have Patreon, so there's another $40 a month on top of your $250 a year to be able to play their courses. Again, it's not required, but if you want to, you have to. My local course here is one of them, and I'm paying for that right now, but I could just play it on here. So it really has me wondering. Another thing I like about this is it's really nice with my projector and everything, but I have a family physical therapy clinic. If I want, they have a net and hitting area down there. I can take the R50 and my golf clubs and nothing else, and we can play simulator rounds. That's really cool to me. Not where I wanted to be. Definitely didn't hit that the greatest, so that's probably pretty accurate. Plus losing 10%, so I got a bogey I think it's going to be here. Yep. Alright, this is a really cool hole. You have water all along the right side there. On the left side though, there's a bunch of houses and fences, and like you can't go left here. Honestly, so cool seeing that impact video. All right, now I'm gonna hit my 100-yard club that keeps seeming to be going like 80 or 90. And I'm in the fairway, so there's not like a penalty I'm getting. I don't know what it is. I was hoping for a little more roll on that one. $108, so let's try my gap wedge this time. You know, one thing I was actually not thinking about, I do have a 9-mile-per-hour wind kind of going with me this time. I wasn't even looking at that before. I don't know if that was affecting it that much or not. So I hit behind the ball again, which is why I lost so much distance. I really like that I can see that and confirm what I felt. That one I felt like I hit a little bit better than that. I can see I did hit behind it, but for that to only go like 155 or whatever seems kind of short. Again, there is the wind, so maybe that's a lot of it right there. I'm gonna grab a pitching wedge because of that, so maybe that's the wind of that I haven't been taking into consideration. Holy cow, what happened there? I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one because that one I had to have come over the top or something. I was hoping it would have been a little closer than that. I hit so far behind that one. Like my club is in the mat before it's even on the frame here. What's interesting on this view right here, the impact camera, which again, you can't see it, it's the first time I've seen my shoes in there, but these right here, this OC or whatever, is reflective. I'm wondering now if that's why sometimes I'm getting those no reads on the Bushnell Launch Pro. So I took a mulligan on that one because my laptop the fan started going off as I was swinging, and it just bothered me, and I gotta get used to not having things bother me in my swing. I just gotta zone everything out. I rarely ever take mulligans, so that wasn't the easiest choice for me to make, but I had to there. I wanted to make sure I actually focus and hit a good shot. So that one I hit it well, but I can see I still hit behind the ball. So I could have hit it better yet. Maybe slightly behind the ball, but not much. I hit that one a lot better. A little too good, so I went a little too long. Now I'm chipping to try and get in the par give me circle. I was hoping I'd at least get in the 2-putt give me circle for a par. All right, 5 over on the round from the forward tees with auto putt. I'm pretty happy with that. I definitely wasn't expecting to play 18 holes, but I was really enjoying that. I was shooting well, scoring well anyway. Not the greatest ball strikes here and there, but that was fun. That was enjoyable. I got to play a course that I'm playing in a couple weeks that's not on GS Pro. To me, that was a giant appeal, was just being able to play courses that aren't on GS Pro and not having to pay to commission them or to pay. I think even like FSX Play, you're paying like $100 or $150, if not more, per course, and that doesn't interest me. $10 a month or $100 a year, I have over 40,000 courses I can play with these graphics here. Not the best, not the worst. I was okay with it. You can look at my scorecard here. Let me see if I can mirror the display quick. All right, so now let's look at my scorecard. Let's see. So on the front, I was 2 over because I bogeyed the first hole, or double bogeyed the first hole. And on the back, I was 3 over with 3 bogeys. One thing that was interesting to me about this was learning that I can score and play golf without even needing to take one of my driver or woods out. That was kind of interesting. Yes, I was playing from shorter tees, but it's kind of something that I'm learning that I don't necessarily need to hit driver off the tee. Alright, well that was really enjoyable. I'll get this video posted and let me know what you all think.